So I replaced this with this. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the unboxing and review of the iDock B23. This is a KVM switch that can connect to 3 monitors with up to 8K at 60Hz, 4K at 165, connect to a desktop and to a laptop as well. So I'm very excited to test this out. Let's see what we got. So this box is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Just for reference, this is the size of my Galaxy S25. So very large box. I'm very curious what they have inside. I'm very curious how big the dock is as well. And as you can see here, they have USB 2 and 3 ports. They have an SD card slot, very, very useful. Headphone jack, 1 gigabit, a 10 gigabit USB-C, as well as a fast switching. And of course you have 2 display ports and 1 HDMI on the back, a LAN, as well as a USB there. Okay, let's open this up and see what we got. Okay, so here we have the, okay, I'm thankful that the dock is not as big as I thought it would be. Quality, and here we have, oh, EDID emulation not supported. And I'm gonna have to check that out just because I think EDID means that it remembers where your screens are. Might be, well, let's see. Anyway, instruction manual. So let's let's put this over to the side. This is the KVM switch. It's about the size of a mini PC, so it's not small, but it's also not huge either. And this is a accessory box, I'm assuming. So we're gonna open this up and see what we have. So here we have DisplayPort cable. The DisplayPort, yeah, DisplayPort cable as well. We have HDMI cable. We have a USB-C cable. And a high-speed USB cable here, charging brick, and charger, and what do we have here? And here we have a fast switch that you can press. Okay, let's see what we have and take a look at the actual KVM switch. Okay, so this is the actual KVM itself. Again, S25 for size. That's about how big it is. And let's take a look at all the aspects of this. So on the front, so this thing is made out of metal in the first place. So you can kind of feel it. It feels well made, but I can see a little bit of, I'll say, workmanship issues. Well, not issues. I can see, like you can tell here that the seal between the metal top plate and the side here, it seems to be glued, and you can kind of feel that it's a little sticky when you touch it. So not a deal breaker, but you can kind of feel a little bit of workmanship. You can see a little bit of a gap here, a little bit of a gap here. Again, not a huge deal, but just be aware of that. And on the front we have, interesting, keyboard and mouse. So I'm assuming that this is intended for or best used for your mouse and keyboard. And then we have a USB-A 10 gigabit port. We have a headphones, a micro SD card slot. I'm very happy with this. 10 gigabits as well as a switcher. So one of the things that I don't know if this will support, and I doubt it will, is individual HDMI and DP switching. I doubt it'll have that. It'll probably be one or the other where you kind of swap all of them in, like all 3 from one side to the other. But that's your laptop input. So it's a USB-C, that's your USB-C, that's your USB host for your computer, the blue cable that you saw in the box there. You have HDMI, DP, and DP. And so you're gonna need 6 cables, which actually I already have because I actually have individual switchers for each of these. You have a USB-A 5 gigabit port here. You have a controller, which is that little puck thing that you saw, power, as well as LAN. And on the bottom, we have the serial number, some rubber feet, and then there's nothing on either of this side. So let's go plug it in and test it. All right, so currently you can see that I have 2 computers hooked up to this right here. So first I have my desktop computer as well as my Surface laptop. I'm actually reshooting this video because it was a little bit dark before, and I had my Surface Laptop 5 hooked up here, but that's currently with Microsoft and getting fixed for warranty. So I have my Surface Laptop 3 hooked up for the purpose of this reshooting. So as you can see, what I did is I built a nice little holder out of Lego for this AV access box, because there's a lot of cables back there. It's really, really ugly, and I tried to do my best to make it, like, to cover up all the cables with a plant, with my speaker, and finally with this that kind of encompasses the AV access. So right behind you can see a whole bunch of cables, and I hid everything as best I could. So I'm going to show you the tests for the SD card. I'm going to show you how this works, and also with regards to having only a single USB at the back. Alright, so these buttons do the same thing. They switch between desktop, or the connection 1 and connection 2. So if I hit this button, you'll see it switches to my Surface Laptop 3. And again, because it's a 3, it only supports 2 screens, not 3. I had my 5, but because it was too dark, I had to reshoot it, which is now at Microsoft. And if I hit it, switch it back, then you will see that it switches back to the computer. Now, one of the things is that this does not support like remembering where your screens are. So for example, if I do this, you'll see that it didn't remember where my screens were, and it just put everything back onto the main screen. So every time you switch, be aware of that, it doesn't remember. All right, so because there's only one USB port at the back, you do have 2 more here. I have these 2 that are connected to my keyboard and mouse for the best reception. And so that's one of the things that, if you want to keep the front clean and usable for other things, you only have one USB port at the back. So what I did is I plugged in a USB 3 extender with 4 ports at the back so that I can put whatever I need there, and I'll leave these 2 free open over here. Not a huge deal, but just remember you only have 1 port at the back. So one of the things that I quite like is that there's an SD card reader here, and it works with both. So I'm just going to show you what the read speeds are like, or the copy speeds are like, sorry. So let's go here, and we'll go to this, and we'll just copy this guy out, and I will show you the speeds. Paste. And you can see right now we are at about 88 megabytes a second. I've seen it hit all the way down to 60, which I think is down to a function of the USB port. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this, and then let's switch to the laptop and do the same thing. Alright, so I switched to my laptop, and we are going to copy and paste it the same way. And here you'll see that the speeds are a little bit lower. Again, I've seen all the way down to 50, so don't count on your speeds being 80 or 85 all the time over here, but in general, like, it's not bad. All right, so overall I'm quite pleased with this little AV Access B23. It does work quite well. It doesn't remember your screens, but that's not a too huge deal. One of the things that I kind of wish it had a function for was that it was able to switch individually between the 3 screens that you can see that I have. You can't do that. Every time you hit these buttons, they will just switch all 3 screens at once, which I guess kind of defeats the purpose if you can kind of switch individual screens, because then you're going to need 2 sets of keyboards and everything like that. But it would be nice, but alas, it switches everything at once. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.